How's it going there, everyone? It's Mr. Zen over here bringing us a brand new Drifters anime episode discussion. And for today's segment, guys, we are going to be talking about Drifters episode 10. And in this episode, guys, we actually got to see a lot of what the new possible kings might be in this episode, as we actually got to look at what the Black King is doing, more actually what he's doing in the freaking New World. You got to see what Toyohisa and Nobunaga, what they're doing actually in this episode. Actually, more or less say what they're going to do with the dwarves. The dwarves themselves in this episode are very, very important now. And we got to see what the Twinkie of the Drifters themselves is going to be doing. And that is Count Jeremy. Oh my god. Ugh. I kind of cringe every time he comes out on the scene. It's just so nasty looking, honestly. I don't know if it's just me, but honestly, guys, every time I see Count Jeremy, I get chills down my spine. Honestly, like it's weird seeing him on screen, honestly. But that's what makes the episode entertaining, because it actually invokes all these powerful emotions for many of us viewers, you know. Ugh. But honestly, though, the episode was entertaining. First, let's talk about the Black King, because the Black King in this episode was very entertaining and actually very important, as to say how he's actually controlling a majority of this new empire that he's creating. In this episode, we saw that the Black King himself, he's actually controlling the dragons for a very specific reason, and that is because he's harvesting them, and he's actually using not as military strength, but as agricultural strength as well. Because in this episode we saw that the Black King himself was talking to the Black King and telling him, you know, you should join my army and you would be very helpful, you know. And I'm here thinking, like, what the heck does the bronze dragon have to do with this? And we literally saw that he actually abused him. And let's say this, if he didn't join him, he would kill him. And we all saw how the Black King's magic now works. It's not basically healing, that he has healing powers. It's cellular reproduction, and he's able to make anything keep growing at a cellular rate. Let's say that you get a piece of wood, he's able to make that piece of wood keep growing at its own rate, due to the fact that, you know, he's able to not replicate it, but he's able to make the atoms of the actual object, wood, metal, doesn't matter what it is, he's able to not replicate, but like instantly grow it, kind of like a tumor, you could kind of say. That's what kind of made the dragon, actually made him cower in fear, because the Black King was able to, you could say, internally cause him to have, you know, massive iron tumors in him. Basically, he was using his own body as his own weakness. Like I said, it was very weird to see that, and a very powerful image. And it goes on to say that, you know, Jesus, if he was alive, this guy would be a weapon of mass destruction. It would not matter. Like, holy snap, if this guy was around healing people, he would be killing people at the same time. Well, granted, no, if Jesus was doing that. But in all essence, guys, holy snap, you know, the Black King was doing pretty good, and he's able to, you know, take down these powerful foes just by doing his own magic on them. And granted, though, you also see that in his own empire, the Black King's empire, he's actually making these goblins and demons, all these demi-humans. He's making them into a religion. He's making this multiracial community that he's actually making the English language. He's gonna try to embed them with the English language, I should say. Like, holy snap, you know, like, you're looking at this and you're thinking, like, wow, you know, can you imagine these dwarves and all these elves with human language? You could see how far they would be advanced, because the fact, you know, what they're able to do in that time, in their own time, you know, they have this like, they're basically just gonna become humans with magic. That's what basically the Black King is basically doing. He's trying to create a new world where magic is still possible, and that's what I feel like it's kind of fearing, for a fact that, you know, we can't have that in today's world, because that would cause, I don't know, mayhem and all that kind of stuff. You feel me? But the episode's not only about the Black King. I have to move on, because, oh my god, there's so much. We get Count Jeremy. I'm gonna get rid of it, because I don't want to talk about him. But we see that in the episode, he's actually trying to get Oda Nobunaga and all of them to basically be the new king of the Orta Empire, because he was basically trying to sell them the Orta Empire itself, because he knows that it's actually falling down. And seeing Count Jeremy in the episode is kind of fearing, because for a fact that, you know, he's very I feel like this character, he's a spy for a certain reason. I personally believe he is a spy in general. And also, he explained a lot of the drifters themselves, as to say, like, you know, he actually has a very strong wit, due to the fact that, you know, he sees that Toyohisa can be a powerful king due to the fact that, you know, you see how he actually made the dwarves escape from the Orta kingdom themselves. He made them their own followers, and you see just how much people he already amassed just by coming into this new world with nothing at all. So he's seeing Toyohisa as a powerful king. Like I said, Toyohisa just seems to be the face of a propaganda. You know, that's the way I see that with Toyohisa, and Count Germain is actually seeing him as well like that. Granted though, we do get those little bit of cues of them having like sexual harassment jokes there, but it's nasty though. Ugh. But honestly though, the episode still was entertaining, as we're gonna see that. Oh, and Count Germain actually explained what a lot of viewers were actually hoping for, and that is, oh my god, freaking Adolf Hitler was a drifter. You know, that wasn't too surprising, because remember guys, drifters don't have magical powers. You gotta remember that. It's the Ents that have the magical powers, not necessarily the drifters. The drifters are more like combat wise, they, you know, military strategists, they're army men, you know, in their own respective timelines. That's what the drifters are, versus you could say what the Ents are. They're just these powerful warriors that have just been blessed with God's ever-presence with them. Like, honestly. But that's it for the Saint Germain. You know, like I said, he's just trying to sell the Order Empire. He's trying to make a new empire. That's what I feel like Count Germain's trying to do. He's trying to make a new empire. But granted though, we then move on to actually Oda Nobunaga, as he's actually trying to create new weapons with the dwarves. And the dwarves themselves in the episode are finally looking like dwarves, because, you know, they're actually being well fed. You know, just like the dwarves said, you know, they're happy now that the dwarves are being the dwarves themselves. And we see that they're not only just able to be these strong blacksmiths, but they're also strong combative warriors. And Toyohisa was noticing that, you know, they have this Jigen style, like, you know, because remember the rock paper scissors was based off martial arts. So the Jigen, I'm assuming, was Jigen was I think it was the paper. I think that's what he was trying to say, paper or rock. But the point is, he saw these dwarves and they have this military potential, and it's true, having the dwarves on their side, Toyohisa is noticing that it really would be, it would put them on the front lines as and able to advance them forward in this brand new war arc. And also, you know, you notice that the dwarves are able to make these the muskets in a very alarming fast rate. That's putting Oda Nobunaga in a state where he's saying that, you know, oh, this is much faster than I anticipated, and it's going smoothly. And I'm thinking to myself, Oda Nobunaga, like I said, we gotta be careful with this character. Every person that he's talking to is important, and the way that Oda Nobunaga is doing all of this is due to the fact that, you know, he's raising a new military power. That's what he's basically doing, and I feel like that's what he's gonna do with the Orta Empire. That probably Oda Nobunaga would want to take down that empire and just create his own new one. That's what I feel like what he's probably doing. Like I said, this episode is just. It was bombarded with just pure information, but a lot can be speculated at this episode. Now, we did get to see Joanne of Arc in this episode. The episode kind of gave her own brief mention. She's alive. Guia de Rey, he died, of course, but Joanne of Arc sees that she was healed by the Black King. But needless to say, you just see that she's gonna set out to go get revenge. Honestly, though. But I think that's about it for the episode, folks. You know, nothing too much else happened. They were mostly kind of explaining the dwarves and seeing how strong and how quick they are being at blacksmiths. But honestly, though, the Black King, that was very entertaining to see at the beginning of the episode. But let me know down in the comments, guys. What are you guys' thoughts on your favorite part of the episode? What do you guys expect is going to happen in the later episodes? And were you excited when you guys actually saw that Adolf Hitler was a drifter? Like, honestly, that was like I feel like everybody was just like into that scene right there in itself. Like, honestly, it was just hilarious. But like I said, guys, let me know down in the comments what are you guys' speculations on upcoming episodes. And as always, guys, if you guys enjoy my content, give a like, comment, share, and subscribe for more Drifters anime episode discussions. And check out my other fall 2016 playlists. I also review other anime as well. And as always, guys, have a wonderful day. But this is Mr. Zen signing